AI tools like V0 are not here to replace developers, but they make it a lot easier for product managers to share their ideas and vision. Let me show you how. All right, so I just essentially need to update Loom, I assume. Made a Loom video where I showed off something, a concept of a tool manager for injecting tools into an agentic chatbot or whatever. It's not super important what the real concept is here, but I made a Loom video. I then went into the transcript and I copied the transcript. It's here. And while I was explaining, I think it added a lot of value for me, as the kind of product person in the scenario, to just mock up a, prototype. You used to be able to do this, or you can still do it in Figma or in a design software or Balsamic or whatever. But essentially, that would still take me half an hour, right? And so for a lot of use cases, it's not worth it because the effort is too much. And so essentially you don't do it, but then that leads to confusion. It leads to wrong implementations. It's just not, very good. And so instead, what you can do, you can go to V0 or Lovable or whatever, it doesn't matter. All these work the same, right? You can plop in some text, which is essentially my transcript. And I said, I want to create an app from this transcript. Just stick to the concepts of the tool. So I basically just steered it a bit in the right direction of what I want to cover, because I was covering multiple things in the transcript, and this is by far the most complex one. So I wanted to stick with this. And I created a UI that I shared with the developer to show exactly what I was talking about, because I was conceptually showing it, but this is just so much easier to understand because it's all right there. And it just exactly is what I was saying. And this leaves no room for interpretation, right? And then sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. You need to decide for yourself, right? Like, do I want to give the developer some freedom to do it? But in this case, it's very, very useful to give this, and they know they still have freedom to change things, right? But it clearly shows exactly what I was talking about and just makes it so much easier for the developer to implement this. And that's one of the main use cases I use V0 for, not for like super complex apps, but for enhancements of PRDs, like requirements, product requirements documents, or just to quickly share ideas in a visual way, and they don't need to always work, right? And so essentially what this cost me was, and I think it took a minute for generation, but essentially the data collection I already did anyway, and it's already very important context with the Loom that I already had, and I just turned it into something bulletproof within, let's say a minute, right? All right, hope this was interesting for you. Feel free to subscribe below. I post videos like this, every week. I'm trying to, but I also have other stuff to do. So I'll see you next time. Cheers.